You're watching your Monday Fan Zone. So many getting in touch using the hashtag PL Fans. Of course, Manchester City getting their first win in 5 in the league, but we're going to focus on Leicester City. Take a look at that post in the middle there. Fox is on the box. King Power Stadium today, PLP Studios today. Catch me live on Live Zone at 2:30 p.m. UK time. Wow, Craig is in the studio. If you follow Craig, you would have known he'd be joining us. Leicester fan made the journey from Dallas. So great to have you with us.
Thank you, Finn. Appreciate you having me here.
Of course, this isn't the highlight, guys. Of course, PL Studios are a highlight for everyone, but that wasn't the only highlight. You, of course, went to see the Foxes in action. Wasn't the best of results, but your first time at the King Power Stadium. Before we get into that, in one word, what was that experience like?
Amazing.
Amazing. Bar the result. But let's get into it. This was his journey from Dallas to Leicester.
First Premier League match, see them here at King Power to see Leicester play Man City. Wasn't the result we wanted, but they played really well. But it was a tough match. Just had a couple slip-ups on defense and gave up those goals. And just wasn't able to execute on our end. So, I think it's positive. And the great thing was, I heard, was the crowd was behind Rude. They really cheered for him when he came over to thank the crowd.
Well, there you have Craig's travel vlog. We love a travel vlog, regardless of the result. One thing we've got to point out there is you had a pretty VIP view at the start of that pitch side. How did that happen, and what was it like being so close to the players?
You know, I've just been in contact with you guys, and I've been on the show from America a few times, and when I told them I was coming over, they were like, you know, hey, let's see what we can do for you. And that was just the best part of my trip right there, was being pitchside. Sorry, have you ever been pitchside before?
Well, no, I asked tickets. They never get me pitchside, Craig. So you get VIP treatment all the way from America.
Exactly. Well, I come all that way, so that's why they want to do it. But it was great. It was great being up close and being on the pitch and everything. So it was a lot of fun, and I thank you guys so much for making that available for me.
No, it's such a pleasure. As we said, we love to get in contact with fans of the Premier League from all over the world. Of course, the game is thriving and growing in America. Talk to us about your journey and love for Leicester City. How did that start?
Yeah, I started following Premier League football, you know, about 12, 15 years ago. I never found a team I really liked. I always found teams I didn't like. That was very easy to find out who I didn't like. But I came across Leicester one day when they were in the championship, and I just loved the way they played. I loved their style, and I was like, you know, that's the team for me. And they got promoted that year in 2014, and it's been a roller coaster ride ever since.
Yeah, I mean, that was a Jamie Vardy. Yeah, you know, he scored consecutive goals, and he was absolutely. I'm surprised he's still playing. He played yesterday, didn't he, as well?
Yeah, well, he's actually putting in almost a full 90 on almost every match, except for the one where he picked up a nick against. He missed Liverpool. But I think it's amazing still going that long. I think it may be all the Red Bull he drinks, so you never know.
There are other drinks available, by the way.
There are other drinks available.
But they did play okay yesterday. I mean, you know, looking at the way they play, I mean, terrible against Wolves a few weeks ago, and then Van Nistelrooy's come in. Is he making a difference?
Well, I think he's starting to make a difference. I saw something today where someone said he's only had like 12 days of training with the team since he's been in, and that's not very long. No. Plus, these aren't the players that he would typically have, probably who he doesn't want. And so I think we'll find out in January what's really going to happen if he's able to get some players in and actually get a lot more time working with the guys. I think you see come March, maybe see a little different Leicester team.
Sounds like you might have to make another trip then, Craig.
You guys want to pick up the bill? I would be more than happy.
But for anyone who's at home dreaming of coming to watch their team in the Premier League, could you just describe what that's like? You know, the approach to the stadium, the bright lights, seeing the players up close like that. Yeah,
it's incredible because you don't get the same feeling when you're watching it on television. You know, it's completely different. And even from the States, when I go to matches there, whether it be American football or anything like that, you don't always get that close. It's not the same. I just love being in the fan section. I was, being there with all the other Leicester fans and standing there on the whole match and singing and everything. It was just one of those things that you never get to experience really in America until you actually get to come here and do it in person. It was a great, great opportunity for me.
Right. It sounds like a wonderful time. And I mean, you sound so optimistic. Are you optimistic that Leicester can stay in the Premier League?
Oh, yeah, we're going to stay up. I'm not too worried. I've been saying ever since the second international break until we play Villa that we're only going to get 4 points, and we've gotten the 4 points already. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see the last 5 matches we play the 3 teams that are down and bottom with us, and we win those 3. I really think we're going to stay up based on everything else.
Brilliant.
Well, it was such a pleasure to have you, Craig. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining us. We're glad you could get pitch side and see your stars up close. Of course, very happy with Ruud van Nistelrooy at the wheel from the sounds of things there.
Yes.
So from one happy fan to maybe some not so happy fans, we're going to turn our attention to Tottenham Hotspur, who drew at the weekend against Wolves. And here's a quick recap of their game.